Through the holiday season, many are sharing gifts with one another. But if you or your business is a Microsoft 365 subscriber, it's pretty likely that there have been gifts you've left unwrapped under a tree all year. That's because Microsoft 365 really is the gift that keeps on giving, as there's just so much potential from it for the relatively small investment we have to make in monthly licensing fees. But despite this, very few users take full advantage of everything that would help them get more done in their business. So in this video, I'm going to cover 5 elements of Microsoft 365 that have proved really useful to me in 2023, but are ones that for many users are a little hidden or obscure. Hopefully by the end of this video, you have something new to unwrap from Microsoft to help you be more productive in 2024. But before we start, a quick introduction. My name is Nick DeCourcy. I'm the owner of Bright Ideas Agency, a digital transformation consulting firm focused on the needs of smaller businesses. We help small businesses around the world get more from technology. So if you're interested in finding out how to work with us, there are links below to get in touch. Let's jump into the first item. As always, any demos you see in this video are using accounts set up for demo purposes, and you never see any private information. OneNote is one of the core Office apps and has been for a very long time. But I'm still often surprised at how many people who could benefit from it have very little awareness that it exists or what it does. OneNote is the equivalent of your Microsoft 365 based notebook, where you can keep notes or other information related to everything you're doing. Those of you with good awareness of Microsoft 365 may be a little confused on me highlighting OneNote, as since the launch of the new Loop app earlier this year, there are many capabilities we see in OneNote that are, to a greater extent at least, now part of Loop. But so far as we're aware, OneNote is not going anywhere. It's one of the apps that has a Copilot for Microsoft 365 retooling, and we know that Loops or Loop components will be coming to OneNote sometime soon. In my opinion, despite the technology benefit of Loop's componentized structure, for usability, I still think OneNote at this point still offers a better experience. I use OneNote every day as my primary note-taking app. I love the ease of organisation where I can fit pages of notes in around existing projects or just start new notes anywhere and then sort them out later. The inclusion of rich media and options like lists and tables means I can keep practically anything in OneNote, and when doing web research, its ability to keep track of where materials come from is really useful. I even enjoy the Copilot for Microsoft 365 features, although these are not as robust in terms of text generation as in Word. If you have notes everywhere and you're looking to get organised in 2024, then checking out OneNote might be a good call. I certainly benefit from it every day, even while keeping an eye on alternatives like Loop, which depending on your need is another option you could check out. Before we move on to item number 2, if you're finding this video useful, it would be great if you'd give it a thumbs up to help it get in front of more interested people. And if you want to see more like this, make sure you're subscribed. Thanks. I first got hands-on with Microsoft Designer last year, but since the inclusion of features like image generation and background removal, I found myself going back to it more and more. Microsoft Designer is a web-based design tool in a similar mold to something like Photoshop, but with significantly fewer features. But how many features a product has is fairly irrelevant if you get the features you need, and for many basic needs, for people used to tools like Canva for example, Microsoft Designer might be all you need. And did I mention that it's free? You can even use it with a basic Microsoft account. The 2 new features I mentioned work fantastically. The other day I was speaking with someone who wanted some help finding a tool to remove a photo background. She suspected there was going to be something to download or learn, or at least pay for. I was able to avoid all 3, as she could sign up for Microsoft Designer for free and background removal is just there as an option on the start screen. Is it as accurate as what I could do in Photoshop or my app of choice, Affinity Photo? No, but it's pretty darn good for a free tool. Even better is we have image generation right there in Microsoft Designer. Now I know there's lots of places to do AI image generation now, and this is just another option. But the ease of access and use is amazing, and having your assets here in a design app to work with is fantastic. If you're thinking of becoming more active on social media for your business, or just bringing better design to what you're already doing in 2024, this can be a great place to start. Sticking with the AI theme, we shouldn't forget Copilot or Bing Chat Enterprise. Now, like Microsoft Designer, anyone can use Bing Chat or now Copilot, but you only get access to the enterprise product or the tier that comes with Microsoft's commercial data protection if you're logging in with a Microsoft Entra ID, which most commonly is associated with commercial Microsoft 365 accounts. And this is important, as unlike pretty much every other free AI tool out there, and many of the paid ones too, once you've got commercial data protection turned on by accessing the Enterprise Bing Chat product, Microsoft guarantees that any business data you share with the AI will not be used by Microsoft for any purpose, including future model training. It's really easy to get started with AI, as I've covered in many videos, but when you're dealing with private or proprietary information, your risk level from just loading up that latest trendy AI app and getting started is heightened. With Bing Chat Enterprise, you could use among the best AI technology available today while knowing that your business's data and that of your customers or employees is protected. What better gift than the gift of knowing your data isn't going to be sold all over the internet? Now, talking of getting started with AI, do you have New Year AI adoption plans for your job or your business? If so, you might want to give yourself an extra gift by getting a copy of my new book, Who's in the Copilot Seat? This is the ultimate guide for those involved in small businesses on the adoption of AI technology and can help you plan effectively and safeguard yourself from risks such as data loss and many others. Check out the link below to find out how to get your copy and how to watch the on-demand webinar based on some of the same content now available on my website. AI may have had its own mini revolution in 2023, but we've been in the grips of a slow march of automation for many years, which will only be made quicker by the rise of AI. And in every Microsoft 365 account, you have a tool that's really a secret weapon to many in the potential for automation. That's Power Automate. Now, without paying more, you cannot do everything with the version of Power Automate you get with Microsoft 365. But if what you're wanting to do is automate processes that entirely live within the borders of the Microsoft 365 services, then much of the time, the free version is more than capable enough. Say you want a certain thing to happen when you upload a new file to SharePoint. Triggers like this are easy to access, and you can create actions in SharePoint, OneDrive, the Office apps, even in Teams. For more sophisticated automations, many external connections to third-party services, and anything relying on a custom connector you can deploy for interacting with literally any API, you will need a premium license. But I covered these in a video earlier this year, and they remain an amazing value, including desktop flows or robotic process automation in the price. If you're interested in boosting your productivity in 2024, then AI might be one solution, but you shouldn't discount automation, and ensure you understand the capabilities of Power Automate you're already paying for. Over the last couple of years, a lot more interactions have gone back to being in person, but virtual-only events, such as webinars, continue to be popular in many situations. Putting on a webinar can be fairly expensive from a software perspective, and with some services, even if you're just a small business with a handful of users, you can be paying hundreds of dollars each month to gain access to webinar capabilities. But not for organisations with Microsoft 365 licenses using Teams. Is Teams webinars functionality the best solution on the market? No. It lacks many of the features of competitors, even if you upgrade to the all-featured version in Teams Premium. But is it good enough for many smaller businesses getting started with webinars? Certainly yes. You may be wondering how to better connect your audiences with your message in 2024, and one way you might be interested in is webinars. With Teams, you don't have to go out and find something new. You can get started immediately, scheduling your webinar and getting a registration page published at no additional cost. This list could go on forever, but that's my top 5. What's your top 5? Let me know down in the comments. For any business using Microsoft 365, getting more out of that investment by understanding the opportunities tools like those I've outlined here bring to you can be transformative. This can be an easy, quick win on your path to broader digital transformation. Did you know that you can book me on an hour-by-hour basis as a virtual digital transformation coach? It's topics like these we can cover in those sessions to help you level up your digital capabilities one step at a time, connecting tools that you might be paying for but underusing with the pain points you're working through every single day. These sessions can be transformative by giving you the extra information you need and nudges in the right direction to ensure your technology, whether it be tools in Microsoft 365, Power Platform, AI, or something else, is working for you instead of you working for it. More information on this and pricing is available through links down below. And if you're watching this before the end of 2023, I have a flash sale running through December 31st, where any available session you book for 2024 will be over 30% off. There's no better time to get started with this than right now. I hope this list was useful to you. The main thing is to be inquisitive about what the tools you're paying for can do in order to get maximum value from them. Thanks for watching through to the end. Until the next video, bye bye.